Good morning, everybody. I hope you all are having a great day. And today I am going to go ahead and we are going to start on our InLoveArt projects. So for the first one, I wanted to go ahead and use this beautiful Winter Wonderland paper that I received. And I showed you all this paper in the InLoveArt haul that I got from them. And I went ahead and made a card with that. I thought it was so pretty. So this image back here is actually the stamp that I received, and this is it right here. Okay, so I put it on my stamping block already. And then here what I did was I used that beautiful embossing folder that I got with the Snowglobe on it. And it's this one right here. And I will have all the links for you down below, okay? And I went ahead and used some of my gold foil paper and then some cardstock that I have. And then some ribbon that I had in my stash. So I went ahead and ran that through my Sizzix, and look at how pretty that turned out. Oh my gosh, that is so beautiful, right? I absolutely love how that turned out. And so I thought I would do another one. And this time I'm just going to show you how I embossed on this beautiful paper. So for this one, we're going to go ahead and I picked out this scene right here. You get two of each image in this paper, okay? So for this one, I actually used the fox. So see, and I just stamped right back here. So you can use your design papers to stamp on as well. So, and then I just embossed the beautiful stamp image on there. So I thought that turned out so pretty. And so now I'm going to go ahead and do this one. So these are the two pieces that we're going to be using. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to grab my stamp here with my Versamark, okay? And before I stamp on anything, okay, you always want to make sure this is an old stamping embossing buddy that I have, but they sell these, you know, everywhere, and you can just go ahead and rub that over your paper, okay? And then I'm going to be using some embossing powder, black, okay, and this is by Stampendos. So I'm just going to go ahead and grab my embossing or my Versamark. We're going to go ahead and put this on here. And I'm just going to find a place to stamp this. And I think I'm going to stamp it right here. And I'm just pressing kind of hard, making sure that it's going to stick down there. And then I'm going to grab some paper here, place this over it. This is the embossing powder. And then you will need your heat tool for this, okay? And if you ever get like some little embossing powder that doesn't stick, just go ahead and scoop that up, wiggle it around. There you go. Just like that, okay? And now I'm going to go ahead and heat set this, okay? Alrighty, okay, so there is our image. So, okay, y'all, so I wanted to share with you how this turns out with the embossing folder. And I think it looks so pretty. Now, of course, you could use, you know, different colors if you wanted to. I just think gold looks the best. And I like how the gold looks with the paper that I'm using. So we're just going to run this through here. Just like that. And look at how pretty that looks. Oh my gosh, you all. I love how that looks. There's so many uses for this embossing folder, and I just love it. So I'm going to go ahead and emboss a piece of white cardstock as well. So I will be right back. So that is how you can use that embossing folder both of these ways. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and show you how to create a little card using your stamp here and then using cutting this out into a shaker. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut the inside out, okay, and then we'll come back in and I cut this down to about, let's see here, 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. So this will actually fit right inside of our window. And we'll probably have to scoot it over just a bit so the bird doesn't show on there, but it will fit right back there. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut the inside of this out, and I'm just going to speed up through that process, okay? So now I've cut out my acetate sheet, and I am going to place that on the back. And I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to use my art glitter glue. Alrighty, so there is that. And then before I do anything else, I want to go ahead and grab my embossing buddy again, and I want to put some right in that window area. Okay, this will help the little shaker pieces from sticking to your window. Okay, y'all, so now that I have my window done on the back of here, we need to place our foam tape on. So I'm going to grab my little image here, okay, and I'm just going to kind of line this up to the back of my little snow globe window. And okay, so I know I need to, I'm going to bring it down just a tad. I want to make sure everything's in the window, okay, and I'll probably block out some of the tree here. So so what I want to do is I want to go ahead and trim off some of this, the right hand side of this, okay. So I'm going to go ahead and take off just a tad of that part there. Alright, so I trimmed off just a bit there, and now I'm just going to grab it again and I'm going to put that over here, and it's going to look like this, okay. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this part. I'm going to place my foam tape around the edge of this piece, okay. Okay, y'all, so once you get this on here, then you can go ahead and you can place your items on the inside. So for that, I have some of these little shaker pieces that I bought a while back, and I'm just going to go ahead and place a few in here. Your sequins and everything inside of your little shaker, you're going to go ahead and you're going to attach your top piece to this. Okay, so now this is where you really need to, if you have like that little bird, see you have that right there, we just need to make sure that it's not really in the picture all that much. Okay, y'all, so I decided to go ahead and place some glue on top of the foam tape. This way, when I place the top layer on there, it gives me a chance to maneuver that around a little bit. Okay, so now that we're done putting on our top part here of our card, you can see how cute that looks. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. So I absolutely love how it just sparkles in there. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to go ahead and decorate this now. So for our card part, I went ahead and cut out the base card, and the base card is 11 inches by, I think, 5. Yeah, 5. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to zoom out just a bit for y'all. All right, so the base card is 11 by 5, okay, and then I just cut all of my pieces down by 1/8 of an inch, okay, so they're all going to stack on top of each other like this. All right, so that's how that's going to work. And then I did go ahead and I cut out this pretty deer pattern paper from the collection, and it's so pretty, you guys. Absolutely love it. And I know we don't do very many cards that are gray, red, and white, but I thought this would be really pretty. So I'm going to go ahead and stick that on top of there. We're going to put a nice bow here, and then I went ahead and used my juniper foliage punch to punch out some foliage here, and then I just used my little dot punch to make the berries. So I'm just going to go ahead and stick that right on top of there like that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick. I'm going to fast forward while I do that. So there is our shaker card. So I went ahead and I put some foam tape on the back of this, and just to give it a 3D effect, and I think it looks super pretty. So I hope that you guys like it. And the inside, I went ahead and decorated the inside as well to match the front, and I just think that this snow globe embossing folder is just beautiful. So anyway, so that is our cards. Those are 2 cards that you can create using this embossing folder. Okay, so up next I wanted to share with you how to create a card just using the embossing folder and the stamp set. Okay, so I already embossed the snow globe onto the white cardstock, and now I'm just going to grab my stamp, and I already added my Versamark to the center of the stamp, and I was careful not to go outside of the tree area, so I'm just placing that down. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and grab my embossing powder and a sheet of paper. So, and my goal here is to keep that embossing powder inside of the snow globe, so it covers the entire Versamark image, okay? Once I get done placing the embossing powder where I want that, then I'm going to go ahead and grab a small little brush, and I'm going to just kind of brush off the excess powder off of the edges of that snow globe circle. So, so you'll see me here grab my little brush, and I'm just going to lightly take some of that off of there. Just like that. Just around that little border there. And once I get that all cleaned up in the way that I want it, then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to heat emboss that. Now for the card, I went ahead and cut a card base that was 4 1/8 by 9, and then I folded that top part in half to create an easel card. Okay, so then here you'll notice that I papered the back of my embossing portion of my card, so that way it would look nice towards the back of that image there. And then I went ahead and cut out all of my pieces for my card, so I cut up design papers to place on each of the panels. Now I'm just adding some ribbon to the bottom of my top portion of my card. Okay, and then once I'm done with that, I'm going to go ahead and on that part where we folded the top part of that card, you're going to glue that image to the bottom part of that fold. So when you stand that up, it will show the card. So it will stand up just like that. Okay, y'all, so I went ahead and finished putting together my little card here, and I just went ahead and cut up some papers and placed them on the card up top here on the fold, and then down here. And then I went ahead and used the Merry Christmas die that I got from InLoveArt a while back, or actually it was on my last haul. So, and I went ahead and just popped that up, and this is an easel card, so it's just gonna sit just like that. So yeah, so there is that. So it's so cute, you guys. Oh my gosh, I just love this set. So again, here is the other shaker card that we did, and we did this in white, and then we used our design paper and stamped in the back and did a heat emboss on that. And then here was the other one that I did in the gold foil paper. Again, I stamped on the design paper in the back and heat embossed that, and then popped this up with some foam tape. And yeah, so there we go. So we got 2 shaker cards, and so there are 3 ways you can do your little Christmas cards using that cute snow globe embossing folder. So again, here is the embossing folder, and this is what it looks like. So just like that. So there is that, and then we used the Christmas Elk Stamp with that, and then I did use the Merry Christmas die along with that, and it is under Holiday Words die. So I will have the links down below for you, and I'm not sure if they still have this one in the shop or not, but I will check if it's there. If it's not, I'm sure she has some other dies that have Merry Christmas in there. So thank you for joining me, and I hope that you all were inspired to create your Christmas cards using some of these fun products from InLoveArt's shop. So talk to you guys soon. Bye.